Hey there friends, and welcome back to Busy Girl Budgets. My name is Mallory and I live in New Mexico with my husband and our 2 dogs. In today's video, we're going to be doing our budget with me as well as our cash unstuffing. So grab your favorite drink or snack, cozy up, and let's get to budgeting. Well, hello there friends, and welcome back again. Today, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing our weekly cash unstuffing as well as budgeting for upcoming paycheck. We have quite a bit to unstuff today, so let's hop right into my wallet. All right, so I have these dividers in my wallet. I don't use like a binder or anything really. I do have some change. I predominantly use my card this week, mainly out of convenience. So we have a little bit of change we're gonna put in here, not much. And as far as what we are unstuffing from my wallet, we are gonna have a little bit left. So from groceries, we're unstuffing 30. We did end up going to Costco this week, so we are gonna be unstuffing from Costco. $5 is coming out of dining out. So we actually have $6 left. So we're gonna put that in some of our saving challenges. We'll pull that out. Fun money, I am pulling out my 10. I bought my tickets to the Jonas Brothers concert. So I'm using 10 of my fun money and the rest is coming from entertainment. And then we are pulling the 10 from buffer. And this $1 is left, so that will also go into one of our savings challenges. All right, so that's it for my wallet. So we'll put this to the side. How are you guys doing today? It is a beautiful day here in New Mexico. It has been insanely hot, but today we're supposed to get, it's monsoon season, so we're supposed to get rain today, and we desperately need it because there are several fires here in New Mexico currently. So we really need rain. It's been so hot that it hasn't even been nice to be outside, but today it's been kind of overcast. The sun is like peeking through a little bit and it's around like high 70s, low 80s, so it's perfect. I spent all morning out on my porch. Last night I mowed my lawn and I worked on my flowers, and so it was just like super pleasant to be out there this morning. So in light of that, if you guys are watching, drop me like a green leaf emoji in the comments. I know there's a few. So just drop me like a green leaf emoji in the comments. It's super green in my backyard right now, which is amazing for New Mexico. It is very dry here. It is the desert. So I'm thankful to have grass and trees and lots of like mature vegetation at my house. But yes, drop me like any type of little green leaf emoji or, any type of plant emoji in the comments if you guys are watching, and don't forget to give a thumbs up. There are a lot of new people here, so welcome. If you're new, I was looking at my analytics the other day, and it's interesting because like more than 50% of the people who are returning viewers to my page are not subscribed. So if you guys are returning viewers, or if it's your first time and you keep watching my videos, please hit that subscribe button. It really, really does help. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you guys would do so. All right, so getting into my high priority binder. We're not unstuffing anything from emergency fund, but I just want to give you guys a quick update. So I did my balance, I can't talk. My transfer from my Ally account finally went through. So yesterday I paid off my car. Yay! Paid off my car, officially done paying for it. And I paid off one of my credit cards that I owed about $900 on, but it was a 0 interest and it was for my mattress. So we bought a Tempur-Pedic a few years ago. Super expensive, worth the investment, honestly. Having good sleep and your back not hurting is totally worth it. It was a very expensive for that mattress, but we are finally done paying for it. Again, it was no interest, and I think I would have paid it off in January or February, technically is when I would have been done paying for it, but I just went ahead and paid it off. So my emergency fund is now down to $3,000. So still not bad. Obviously, it's not the 9,000 some that we had. Down to $3,000. Now, the other thing I forgot to tell you guys about our trip to Michigan is that while we were up there, we borrowed my brother's car one day to run to the store to buy shoes for my dad. I actually might have mentioned this in a video. I can't remember. And while we were stopped at a stop sign in the Sam's Club parking lot, we were rear-ended in my brother's car. And my husband was driving. So in Michigan, it's no fault. It's a no fault state, meaning even if you had zero, like the accident was not your fault at all, you still have to pay. So my brother has to pay his deductible to get his car fixed because it dented, they have a brand new car and it dented their like tailgate, the lift gate on their back of their car. And so we told him we would pay his deductible because he was on vacation and let us use his car. Literally the only time we've driven his car. And we get rear-ended. Anyway, so I might have to pull from this. He said he was still unsure if he was going to have to pay his deductible, but we told him we would pay it if he ended up being charged. So I'll probably know later this week if he had to pay it, and if so, I'm going to pay him back from here. But that's going to be $500. So, but it's totally not my brother's fault at all. It's not our fault either, but I don't want him to have to worry about it. So we're going to take care of that. As far as what is coming out of this binder, we are pulling from health. I bought my vitamins and allergy medicine. So there's $20 coming out of here. That's it. And this I'm going to have to add a good amount to this week in my cash stuffing because my July premium is coming up to be due here in a couple weeks. Nothing else coming out of here. So that's it from this binder. All right, next is going to be my short-term binder. Okay, so from here, starting off in pups, I did have to buy dog food today. So that was 60, 20, let me see. We'll go 50. And I might have to take out ones. I think I have 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. So there's 140 left. This is going to get spent this week because my dog is getting groomed. He has to get the de-shedding and everything. He's an Aussie, so he gets like his summer coat and winter coat. So he is shedding like insane amount right now. All right, household, we are taking 60 out of, which is a lot, but hear me out. So we went to Costco the other day, and in the room that I'm in right now, it's our laundry room actually, but it's also like my office. Obviously I film in here. It's like half my closet. It's kind of a catch-all room, but there is the light in here is a fluorescent light in the ceiling. So we've been wanting to change that light, and we actually found a light at Costco for like $40 some that is an LED light, but it is in the shape of the fluorescent light that we have, which is attached to our ceiling. So the main reason we never wanted to change it is because it would mess up our ceiling. But this is going to allow us to change it, hopefully, and like you won't be able to see any of the damage to the ceiling because it's the same size. So I'm excited for that, and it has different settings because you can do like warm lighting and cool lighting, so like daylight or not. So hopefully it'll give me a little bit better lighting in here because I do my makeup in here, I do my hair, and then obviously I film. So hopefully that will help a little bit. And then Costco, we are emptying. So we did a Costco and Sam's this week. So we're pulling out the 150 that's in here. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 35, 40, 45, and 50. All right. Remember in my last video, I was like, I'm going to add money to here, and I don't even need to go to Costco this week. Lies. Every time I say that, I end up going. All right, nothing coming out of beauty. And then toiletries, I'm pulling 20 because I bought my 4-pack of deodorant from Sam's Club. That lasts me a long time. All right, so that's it from this binder. Next, we're going to do my low priority binder. And we have quite a bit coming out of here as well. Starting off with coffee, we are emptying it. So, as you guys know, I only add like $5 to this every week, but my husband drinks this special like sleepy time tea every night, and we buy it by the pound. So we bought that this week because he was totally out. And I also bought a bag of coffee beans. I have not bought anything from this envelope since I haven't actually bought any like restock for our tea or coffee since the end of April. So obviously it's mid-June right now, almost the end of June. So we don't really have to spend a lot. That's why we only put $5 in here. But we're pulling 50 today. So we have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. All right. So coffee is empty, which is totally fine because we're totally stocked now. Entertainment, we are emptying. So I bought my Jonas Brothers tickets. I bought 4 tickets actually, but I was reimbursed for one of them so far. Not reimbursed, like my friend paid me back. And then I have another friend who's gonna go, and then I bought tickets for myself and my niece. So it was a little bit more than what I had in here. So I just pulled from my buffer in my checking account. But I'm pulling the full 70 from here. So I have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 70. I think they were like $65 a piece. So this covered mine, and then a little bit of my niece's because I also pulled my fund money. So she is actually going to come here from Michigan for that concert. So that'll be really fun. And then just a few days later is the Balloon Fiesta. So the concert's the end of September, and then Balloon Fiesta starts October 4th. So she'll be here for that too, which will be so fun. That is like just the best time of year here. All right, next is shopping, and I am pulling 50, which is everything. Or no, it's not. Sorry, it's half. So I have 20, 40, and 50. So the other day I was in Target. Whoops. I was in Target. I needed to get, there was like 2 things I needed to run in to get. And when I went in, I saw that the vendor was there stocking the Pokemon cards. So when they do that, they have security all around, and you're not allowed to touch any of the stuff until she's done unboxing everything. There was like 20 boxes of stuff. So when I noticed she was there, there was only 3 other people in line waiting. So you're not, like I said, you're not allowed to touch anything. So I waited there for an hour and a half, I would say, maybe 2 hours. But I was able to get stuff for my husband and my brother, which my brother obviously paid me back, all at cost. So like it was not marked up. Like a lot of the card shops and stuff, which stinks, are marking things up. Obviously resellers are marking things up like 3 times as much. So I was like I was 4th in line, and by the time it was like time they let us go up, the line was from the front of Target to the back of Target. And security was there. They were limiting how many things you could get. The guy behind me was a reseller, and so he was physically pushing me to get stuff. But thankfully the guy in front of me was super nice, and I had told him some of the things I was trying to get. So he grabbed them for me because we already had the discussion like before we got up there that the guy behind me was totally going to push me, and he did. So anyway, I did end up getting everything that I wanted thanks to the guy in front of me who helped me out. But everything that my brother wanted and my husband, so that was cool. But haven't been able to like hit the jackpot with that in a while. And then my husband actually got some really good hits in his packs that he opened. And then gifts I'm emptying as well because my husband and one of his buddies went to see a movie and went out to Bubba's, and my husband paid for the movie. So I'm just taking that from this because I don't have anything left in entertainment. So I have 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35 coming out of here. All right. So my envelopes are feeling pretty light right now, but that is a-okay. Okay, so that is it for the cash unstuffing portion of the video. So let's go ahead and we'll jump into the budget with me portion. Wait, just kidding, because we didn't count this. So let's go ahead and add this up really quickly. Okay, I should have 570. So let's see. There's 100, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 320, 10, 20, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. 570, so that is correct. Everything adds up. Now we will transition into the budget with me portion of today's video. All right, so before we get started with the budget with me, let's go ahead and add this $7 into my savings challenge binder. So back here, I have my daily grind challenge, which we're going to put my singles in. Okay, so we're gonna, let me move this for a second here. We're gonna put the 2 ones in here. So I'm gonna draw a little heart next to 2 of these coffee beans. This is available in my shop, which is always linked in the description box. If you guys haven't checked it out, I would totally appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna do the 2 ones in here. And then I know I have another challenge that is in increments of 5. So let's, yeah, this one, the boot scooting challenge, let's add this 5 to that challenge. And this is also available in my shop. I also have a plain black and white version of this. So if you want to like color in each icon rather than doing what I do, which is just like drawing a little heart next to each one, that is available also in the shop. All right, so we'll put 5 in there. Awesome. Okay. All right, so now that that's all settled, we'll do our budget with me. So this is for the paycheck of June 20th, and the amount that we're going to be budgeting today is $680. So today, whoops, hold on here. What's happening? No. Okay. Okay, so today is actually, what's the date today? The 24th. So I haven't gotten groceries. Well, I went to Costco last week and I got a few things, and I went to Sam's and I got a few things. There are a couple fresh things that I need. I actually put together my grocery list on Smith's app, and it's only like $30. So I'm going to budget 50. No, not even. I'm just going to do 30 because I also still get, as you guys know, my $23 a month of food stamps as my little, like that was like New Mexico's little, sorry, you don't qualify for anything, but here's $23 a month for a year when my husband lost his job. So I don't really use it often. I kind of just let it roll over, and I think I have like 60 some dollars in there. So actually, you know what? I'm not even going to put anything in groceries because I think I'm just going to use that this week. All right, so we're not going to put anything. All right. And then dining out, we don't have any plans to eat out. Today is Tuesday. I have my meal plan for the week. Sometimes things don't go to plan, so I'm going to put 20 bucks in here just in case we do grab something out. If we do grab something out, it's usually something cheap. And then my fun money is going to get its usual 10. Miscellaneous always gets 10, and then my husband's fun money gets 10. So going into my wallet, we just have 20, 30, 40, and 50. And we started with 680. We're going to keep track over here. So we're taking away 50, which means we have 630 going forward, and I'm going to write that over here. All right, and then what we're going to do is grab our high priority binder and see what we can do in here. So as you guys just saw, I have a way lower balance in my emergency fund, which is totally fine. We are going to be completing one of my savings challenges this week. I already know that. So since last week I completed adding additional to all of my envelopes, we are restarting in this binder, which means the first envelope we're going to be adding to is my emergency fund. So that's going to get a couple $100 this week when we do my cash stuffing. So we're just going to do our regular $20 into my emergency fund. And that will bring the balance up to $3,020. Okay. Then in my dog's emergency fund, they're at 600. We're also going to do 20 in there. So they will be at 620. So health is the one that I need to add a good amount to because my premium is due in like a few days. What's today? Yeah, and literally in a few days. So I need to add, I might have to put half of my completed savings challenge in here. I am going to put, let's see, let's do 120 and that'll put me at 400. Yeah, let's do 120 and I need 480 for my premium payment. Next is car repairs. That has 170. I'm going to try to do 30 in here so that I can get it to 200. And then Michigan is at 250 right now. We'll just do 20 this week. So that'll bring it up to 270. All right, so let's add this up. So we're going to do 20 for my emergency fund, 20 for my dogs, 120 in health, 30 in car, and 20 in Michigan for a total of 210. Then we're going to take 630, which is what we were left with, subtract the 210, and what we're left with moving forward is 420. Okay. All right. So now we're going to grab my next binder, which is my short-term binder. All right, so starting off in pups, I know that the 140 that I have in here is going to get spent this week on my dog's grooming appointment. I did just buy his food though, and my Luna, she has plenty of food. So I think this week I'm going to do a little less than I normally do just because of the health thing. So I'm going to do 30 in here. Whoops. 30, and that'll bring it up to 170. Household has 40. We'll just do 10. That'll bring it up to 50, which is good. Costco's empty. Let's see if we can make 50 work. That'll be all that it has. Beauty, let's do... with my extra completed challenge cash stuffing last week, I have enough for my haircut now. So I'm only going to put 10 into beauty this week. That'll give it 70. And then toiletries is empty, so I'm going to put 10. That'll give it 10. So in here we have 30, 40, 90, 100, 110. So that leaves us with 310. Okay, good deal. All right, so let's grab my low priority binder. All right, so in here, coffee is empty and that's fine. We're gonna start stuffing that again with our usual $5. That will give it 5. Entertainment is empty. We're gonna give that 10. Shopping has 50. We're just gonna put 10 in there this week, so it'll have 60. And then gifts is empty, and we're just gonna start back again with 5, and that will give it 5. So we have 10, 20, and 30 going in here, which means we have 280 to be able to put into savings challenges. So I'm going to look at my savings challenges and then I might go revisit my health envelope because I need 80 more to actually fully fund my health envelope for my premium. So I might just do that, but we'll see. Okay, so let's look at my savings challenge binder. I know that I want to finish my monthly challenge, which I need, I think, 80 for. So we're kind of going to work this a little bit backwards. All right, I'm gonna start with my August challenge. So I believe I only need these last 2 to complete this challenge. So let's check that out. move things around a little bit here. Okay, let's double check. So I have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yes, so 140 is the first 3, so I need 80 more to finish August. So I definitely want to do that today or in my next cash stuffing, but we're going to budget for that. So that would be, so that's 80. Whoops. Okay, and I'm going to write it in green because we're going to finish it. And that will bring it up to how much? I said 140 plus 80. What is that? 220? Yes. So I'll give it 220 and it'll be finished. Yay. Okay. Perfect. So now we're down to 200 that we have left to budget with. And let me see. My next progress every paycheck, I'm just starting this. Sorry, I'm just starting this with you guys. So my first one is 75. So we're going to do that. All right. And this is available in my shop, and this is a $300 challenge. So each paycheck you're going to save, it's different every week. So like the first paycheck is 75, but then next week it's 25, then it'll be 60, then 50, 50, and then 40. And if you guys want to like not do this in order, that's fine. Like maybe one week you have more to work with than another week. But after these 6 cash stuffings, you will have the 300, which is awesome. So that'll be our first one with 75. So I'm going to keep track over here. So we have 125 left. I want to do another of my Made in the 90s icons, which each of these is worth 30. So let's do that. I know I'm doing this backwards. 30, which will give me 30, 60, 90, 120. There's a mosquito in here. Okay. So now I have 95 left to work with. So I think let's do, let's do 15 on the boot scootin' challenge, because these are all worth 5. So let's do 15 in there. That will bring my balance in there to 20. So I'm going to subtract 15 over here. So now I have 80. And I'm going to do 1 in the Soarin' High. That'll be 20. And we're just starting this over. So that will leave me 60. So what I'm going to do is add that extra 60 over here in health. So let me just get this all fixed really quickly. Okay, so I got all of that fixed. So I just got rid of the pink so as not to be confusing, because I did change some of my amounts just in this binder with my health envelope. So basically putting the extra 60 that I had left into health, that means I'm putting 180, which brings my balance to 460. So I only need like $23 more. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to finish this monthly challenge, I'm going to put 200 of it into my emergency fund, and then the other 20 I'm going to put into health. So that'll put me at 480. So that gets me pretty close to what I need. And I always keep a buffer in my checking account, so it's no problem for me to pull $3 and make that premium payment of like $483, like I said. Okay, perfect. So just to make sure we have everything correctly, what we're going to do is add up these numbers here in black and make sure that they do equal the 680. So we have 50 for my wallet, 270 for my high priority binder, 110 in my short-term binder, 30 in my low priority binder, and 220 into my savings challenges, for a total of $680 for this week's Budget With Me. All right, my friends, well, that brings us to the end of today's Cash Unstuffing and Budget With Me. If you guys made it to the end and haven't already done so, leave me a little green leaf emoji in the comments, or any type of flower or plant emoji. And then also, if you are watching and you watch my videos and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it, as well as giving this video a thumbs up. It really does help if there's some engagement to just send other viewers here, which I would greatly appreciate. Thank you guys all so much for being here, for commenting, and for just hanging out with me today. We will catch you guys in our next video. Bye.